leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer, they circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives. Live here at Strong Island Radio and TV in beautiful Massapequa, New York, Facebook Live. We are live tonight. We were going to do a tape a show tonight, like usually don't talk about this on the big shows. They tape a show and then we were going to tape tonight and then show it on Tuesday, our regular spot.
Pretending it's Tuesday.
Yeah, but I said let's go live tonight. Whoever we get, who's ever watching. John is sharing it on the phone there. Did you share? Oh, you don't share. Did you share?
Go back to your home screen. And put
So that all right. I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now.
You're not broadcasting, so tell them to wait and do it.
I can't do that right now. I'll do it in a second. Once he starts talking.
It's over.
We have tonight. We have back Paul Bond.
Thank you.
You know, we are very lucky here in Long Island. I was talking to somebody about my sitcom that I've been working on forever, and if I ever had to shoot it in Long Island, there's so many talented people. And one of the advantages here of having a show is there's so many funny comics in Long Island, and every once in a while I like to have one co-host on top of our guys. And my deal was I want to get the top 10 Long Island comics at one point to host this show. So tonight, none of them were available.
That's right, so they got me. I knew he was going there, this son of a bitch.
So we got, I figured you may know I was going there.
Yeah,
You're too good.
I was going to go
You're
there
too good.
before you and C-block the joke, but
You're too good.
I was not going to do that.
You're a good man.
You're the host.
So Paul is back, and Paul is very funny. He's a Long Island legend. Makes him sound old, I'm sorry, but he is. He is a Long Island legend. When you talk about top comics that came from Long Island, when you talk, did Jerry Seinfeld come from Long Island?
Yes.
Seinfeld,
He's better than Seinfeld.
all of them, I don't get carried away. All of them, right? All of them.
Not as rich as Seinfeld.
Not as rich.
In that group. And here's the thing, people, and you know, and we know this.
Yeah.
It's this much between guys skyrocketing like Seinfeld and Ray Romano, and this guy had so many opportunities already, just missed by a little bit. We wouldn't be here. He wouldn't even be talking to us if that's
The
being
game
said.
is still being played, though,
Yeah.
brother.
It is being played,
and,
yes.
and on my end too. Just keep going.
You got to throw the S against the wall and keep going.
Keep going. So
John,
Paul Bond is here. Yes, Steve, you're here.
The game is being played, but I think the people are heading to the 7 train in your game. No.
I think you're right.
They're on the Long Island Railroad back to Long Island.
There's still about 100 people left in the stand.
That's right.
So, and then tonight, we Pat M is off tonight. Pat
Maroon.
Pat Maroon.
What a maroon.
Pat Marone
and Frank is doing his acting thing tonight. Yes. We contacted 30, 40 comics. Nobody can show up. So Patty G is here all the time. He's always sitting over there. So he said, let's put Patty G over here tonight. He prepared one of his segments tonight, one of his famous segments. So he's here tonight.
What's it called?
It's called G. I Never Knew That by Patty G.
Wow. That's it.
That's the name of every
Very
segment.
deep.
Yeah.
Bob,
Is that weird?
It's usually followed up by the G. No one cares about that segment.
Bobby,
But that's not right, and I apologize.
Take two of
What
these
is your
out.
what is your brilliant? Listen to this.
What?
Let it flow. What is your
Yes.
segment's called? Let it flow.
I think
Flow
I named
right
this
out.
for
No. Not
One
what you're
segment.
doing.
One segment is on.
Yeah.
No. What is it called?
It's called. Paul named
I
it.
think I named
believe,
it.
recently.
Oh, did
When I
you
was
name it?
here.
Paul
Yes.
named it, and I believe we named it.
Go ahead.
Right.
Leave or not.
Leave her
Leave
not.
her
That's what I
not.
did. Yes, I did. Thank you. When it comes to puns.
Oh, you named that?
Yes,
huh?
when I was here.
Oh, shoot.
I'll leave her or not.
Honey Paul.
Nice job.
Bond. Paul,
From
Paul gets the copyright cash on that.
Paul Pund.
From the
All right,
classic
so
show, The Greatest American Hero, believe it or not.
If we have time tonight, Pat and Steve will do their segments, and we're hoping that we do run out of time. We have because
He's such a nice host.
October 19th, Bobby,
not
can you
uplifting.
show the flyer?
That's not
The
a
Gala.
Can you show the almost Gala flyer?
The Gala.
All right. 1920s theme we're doing this year, okay? 1920s theme flapper on the show.
So it's a birthday
We
show.
have Maureen Langan. We have Jeff Norris, 2 headliners. The stock show, not much time left. And then we have JJ Boyd. So, no, we have JJ Boyd.
Oh,
We have JJ Boyd up there.
So it's not just
President
comics?
Abraham
It's
Lincoln
not-
LaRocchia.
So it's not just comics?
I don't like the Thursday
kidding.
John. The Thursday
kidding.
John is very surly and off-putting, and he is launching flaming arrows.
I
Acerbic.
apologize.
Acerbic.
I got to make up for Pat not being here.
He's very Whoopi Goldberg today.
Yes,
Comedians
very
that have
Whoopi Goldberg.
performed on your shows are encouraged to buy a page in the program.
They don't have to buy a page in the program.
Well, a piece of the page.
You
of the
guys will
program.
handle
Quarter
Yes.
page,
That's not-
half page.
That's not coming from
We're
right
going to have
now.
a comedian's thank you page, and every
Yes,
comedian
yes.
should.
Well,
do
you
something.
guys will
There's a
talk
lot of
about
comedians
that.
owe thanks
Yeah,
to John.
hit Paul Bond on the way
They
out.
should- they should-
John, the audience wants to know, are there any other comedians on that Gala show?
No.
You know what? On the back of the flyer, we have another comic. We put him on the back.
Who's that?
Well, here's the deal, Paul. This is a show that a lot of people want to be on.
I've done this show, right?
I don't think you've
For your
done.
mom.
I
Is
was
this the one for your mom?
Yeah, did you do it?
Yeah.
It's,
He
it's
did
a
the
really
first
nice
year, I
night. Now
think.
check out what we're doing this year before we mention that other comic. That's a little teaser you threw out there. I see what you did there. You threw out a little teaser.
and that's stupid.
All right? Well, and when they throw out a teaser on the news, what's that? It's a big segment coming, right?
Yes.
So he says, what other comic is on that show? He threw out a teaser, right?
You gotta, yeah.
There's going to be a big disappointment when I say the name.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
Yeah.
so
Ixnay on the at paper.
And I will say who teaches me comedy, Mr.
That's,
Bond.
oh my God!
where I get all my
Oh, wait a
material
minute.
from?
Let's just say if
I'm not Paul
mentor.
Bond. I'm Bob from Bob's Warehouse. Bob's Furniture.
My mentor.
if
So,
this
Paulie,
comedian was an advertisement, he'd be a quarter-page ad. Okay.
So, you'd be a full-page
Full-
color.
full
You would be
page.
full
color.
Page,
Color.
color,
You'd be a
Oh,
pop-up.
inside,
You know a
front
pop-up?
cover.
I'd be a pop-up.
Be a pop-up.
How much are the pages? Do you know?
We're
gonna come out with pricing, yeah.
We don't
Pricing
expect
to be
comics
released
to
soon.
spend it, but you know, if they could do it.
But this is the benefit for your mom.
This is the benefit. Well, it's not for my.
I did it when you had it in that street on the side with the house it was set back and.
The golf club.
The golf
Yes.
club, yes.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
Because
here's
the
this
first
year's
year.
show.
one
Paul.
nobody could find.
Yes.
Colonial Springs?
Here is this year. That's why we only had 10 people there. There were 50 people circling them.
Okay.
Here's this year's show. We're honoring the guys from the 106 who went down in a helicopter crash. 2 FDNY guys.
boy.
We're honoring them. In their name and memory, we're going to make a donation to the Semper Fi Fund. The Semper Fi Fund, I should have had it in front of me. Give me 1 second.
Real men.
Semper Fi
Semper
Fund
Fi. Tough guys.
provides immediate financial assistance and lifetime support to post 9/11 compact wounded, critically injured, and catastrophically injured members of all branches of the U.S. Armed Forces and families.
right.
So, depending on how well we do that night,
Right.
we're going to make a donation. I don't know how much it's going to be yet, but that's what we're going to do. We're also going to invite some of those families if they'd like to come.
But that's a blowout. That's a big show. That's a great show.
Between
Yeah.
Maureen and Jeff Norris, and I love JJ Boyd too, but I'm just
Right.
saying, Maureen and Jeff are 2 national acts. And so was JJ, national act. In fact, they wanted to send him international, didn't they? One-way ticket, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
One way?
Yeah.
Cross the border and not come
Get 'em
back.
out. Get 'em.
Not come back. That's when we're going to build the wall. Don't come back.
President Trump is off mic for our viewing audience. In case they don't know.
Yeah.
But comedians that are not on the show and not on the flyer are
a call.
encouraged
You got a call.
not to expect stage time.
Hey, we got a call, John.
Could you just not be so angry?
I am so bitter.
Leave the comics
He's
alone.
not. He's fine.
Oh, well, it looks like we have a call already. Laughter Saves Lives live. Who's on the air?
How you doing, guys? I don't know if you guys remember me. This is Dan Romano.
Oh.
sure.
Wait. From the Dan Romano show?
From the Dan Romano Show.
Yeah, no, this is a different Dan Romano. This is the pizzeria guy.
From the Romano family.
Yes, how you doing, guys?
Good. How are you, brother?
Thanks for taking the time to call
I
in,
love
brother.
your show. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are #1. I love everything you do.
Oh, damn.
I want to ask you guys a very big favor.
Yes.
Stop broadcasting?
No, that's beside that. No, you guys are great. Would you be kind enough? I'm doing a fundraiser for the Farmingdale Fire Department,
that's right.
which is probably up your guys' alley.
Right.
Right.
And I want to know, is there any way that we could give a plug-in for this event, and Mr. Paul Bond is starring in it.
I'm actually in it. Why don't you cross promote your show with Danny's show?
No, and thanks for having me on that show, Dan.
He's calling it. Did you call in the Dan show?
I know I did not.
No,
Dan,
you haven't, so don't be a prick.
I'm going to be on the show in a few weeks.
Oh, good.
Dan, when is the show? Tell us about it.
August 26th, right?
August 26th at Revolution Bar. It's starring Paul Bond, Mike Keegan, Rich Walker, and a little skinny guy named Pat Marone.
Oh, Patty.
Stellar lineup.
And there's going to be a band. There's going to be a few bands.
A couple of great bands. Misery Kills. Lay Your Hands on Me, which is a Bon Jovi tribute band.
Lay Your Hands on Me?
And it's starring Wolfpack Black.
You know what, Dan? Dan,
yes.
That's also the title of Pat Marone's act, Misery Kills.
Should have had
I didn't know if you knew that.
Bruce Springsteen tribute band.
Guys, it's $20 a seat, $20 a ticket. $15 goes directly to the Farmingdale Village Fire Department to use any which way they feel comfortable.
And you get a free drink with that $20, right?
You get a free with the first drink is included with the $20.
How do you like that?
Dan, how do they get tickets?
I'm sorry to interrupt your show. I love what you guys are doing, and any show you guys are doing, any fundraiser you guys are doing, please give me a call, and I will always give what I possibly can to
Cross
any
promotion is
charity
killer.
event you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Dan, I'm gonna be hitting you up for the gala. See if we can get one of those wrestlers to come down.
I already put a couple of phone calls as you requested. I'm still waiting for answers.
Thank you, sir.
Dan, you know, Pat's a big fan of that band, Bon Jovi. As a matter of fact, most of the girls sing a song to him, Don't Lay Your Hands on Me. That was another one.
That was a long
That
way.
bombed, huh? That bombed.
We also have the Italian
I waited 5 minutes to throw out that bomb.
17-year-old young singer who is amazing, and I can guarantee she will be on top of the list on many, many charts in the very near future.
Oh, I bet.
Very good.
This is a show that is worth way beyond the money.
Yeah,
Again, $15 of every ticket goes directly to the volunteer fire department right here in the heart of Farmingdale Village. And if this is successful, I want to go town to town and do a different one every couple of months, because I am very big on what the firefighters do for our community, for our town, and they risk their lives each and every day, and I think they deserve this back.
Hey, Dan, just remember, Steve gives jokes a bad name.
Guys, hold on a second. guys, hold on a second.
That joke was living on a prayer.
Oh.
Hey, Dan.
Living on a prayer is a good thing.
Dan,
it will not be there rated R because they won't allow it, so I can't have the 50 dancing girls on stage.
Where's Revolution? Where is the bar?
Revolution is at 140 Merrick Road in Amityville. Okay. If anybody needs tickets, they could go to revolutionliny.com.
Beautiful.
For tickets. That's revolutionliny.com. We want to sell this out. We want to make this as big. We're going to have a couple of great actors coming down. I'm trying to get Angel Salazar with star from Scarface. I got a couple of guys that were on my show from the movie, John Travolta movie, the Mafia movie.
Got it.
And it's going to be a very intense show. So, guys, thank you so much. I love you guys. Anything you guys are doing, just give me a phone call. I'll sponsor it one way or the other.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Take care, buddy.
Have a good night.
Bond, you're a funny man. Not funny looking, but funny man.
Oh, you better watch yourself.
Thank you.
All right,
Dan.
All right, God bless, guys.
God
Always
bless.
stay safe.
Thanks, Dan.
And cut the ponytail. But anyway.
He did cut the ponytail.
No, he did not.
I thought he did.
Oh, still got it. Every video is his hair is pulled
I
back.
tell you, he's always very supportive on Facebook, Dan.
He is.
He's always
He is.
comics, just like Jeff Norris. You know, I noticed that on Facebook. There are some people that are always take the time and make a nice little comment or
Sweet.
whatever. So it's all good. It's all good. How about we jump into you want to do your little segment right now before we bring Rob out?
Whatever you want to do.
Come on,
Do
Patty.
it now or what do you want to do?
Break it out, Patty.
Okay,
No, gee.
Guys, tonight's Pat.
They always call
As
right
soon as you
before a
start.
segment starts.
Yeah.
Let them
Well,
wait.
it's not in the middle. He's not in the middle. Would you be nice to our guests?
They can't interrupt the flow of the show.
They're probably a comic, probably trying to get
All right,
stage time on this show.
Let's see
Hey,
who's
laughter
calling.
saves lives.
No, it's not a comic, boys.
See,
Who is it?
It's
Who is it?
Butch.
Hi, Butch.
Hey, fellas.
Butch.
Hey, Pat. Hey, John.
Hi, Butch.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Steve.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Butch. Butch,
yes, sir.
I know you're going through a little bit of a rough time. Was there anybody who was taking you out to lunch lately and cheered up your spirits?
Absolutely.
Who?
Yeah, a guy named John LaRocchia took me
Holy
out to lunch
crap.
yesterday. We had some barbecue.
Whoa.
I was teaching the Department of Health in
Tell them.
Putnam County. Putnam, not Putnam.
Putnam.
Where was I, Butch?
You were in
Mammoth.
Yeah, that close.
Ocean.
Mammoth.
Monmouth, right.
Monmouth.
Monmouth.
And Butch lives a few minutes away, so I got there in the morning. I said, "Holy crap! Let me
Butch.
you want some lunch, Butch?" And we went to a barbecue place.
That show.
Good stuff.
I gotta keep
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Hey,
what do you
I just wanted to answer. Paul had mentioned
Yes.
where we can go for sponsorships.
Yes.
And that, of course, lit a fire under my butt.
Good.
If you go to our website, the flyer will be up. My name and contact info is on the flyer. So for any folks who are corporate sponsors, not individuals, but corporate sponsors, they can get in touch with me, and we'll make a nice package for them.
Yep. We're
So,
If
I'm
not,
getting nervous. I want to fill the place that night.
If not, I got a nice package for him.
Oh, and you
Can
got
you
mad.
elaborate on that, Mr. Bond?
And I was off base for my Bon Jovi song.
I got
Your
something
joke
that
just
sucks.
as long as you're not laying your hands on me, we'll be fine.
Around it.
Make sure
boy.
his hands are on the table.
All right.
Thank you,
You know,
for that,
Paul.
Paul.
I appreciate the. I just want to lower the bar lower,
Yeah, no, Butch was calling up with a very serious note there, and
which I spurred on, by the way.
It's
So
not,
feel
it's
free
not
to continue.
serious, but it's, we need money. That's why we do this.
We want levity, right?
Listen,
So
don't
we can
If you
help
need money,
people.
you shouldn't be going out to rib joints. Have John take you to 7-Eleven for
Wawa.
some string cheese. Or
Jersey
Wawa.
has-
Oh,
I love-
did you go to the Wawa?
No.
I did. I went to the Wawa just to
Those
say hello to
cheeseburger
people.
hot dog things.
I love
Yeah,
Wawa.
get yourself a.
I love Wawa. So Butch,
You guys got to get Wawas out on Long Island.
No, we
No.
got quick check though. Quick check's not bad.
really?
Yeah.
Where's there? There's not that many quick checks.
I got one on Center Reach, so I'm very happy.
You been to a quick check, Steve?
You know who likes Wawa? A Chachi. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, no, I didn't do that. I did it. And only a certain segment of society is going to get that joke.
You know what I love
The
about
rest-
the show?
The rest are going to be horrified.
We
that I would
talk
even-
a lot. We step on each other a lot, but then we try.
I love
we try
Wah,
when
wah, wah.
Steve opens
Well, we
his
cleared
mouth.
the floor for him.
Yeah, to clear the floor. Now he's got to deliver. And twice tonight he went, ba-boom.
I don't care.
I'll tell you what. Take
You know what it
Tito
is?
Lever and
We know
call
you
us in the
don't
morning.
care. We know you don't care.
You know what it is? Usually,
To talk about tonight.
usually I'm in
obvious.
kindred spirits. When I'm around a guy like John, I'm like, I got to impress him, and I'm sinking.
I really don't know why I left my house today. I don't know why I came here today.
I know.
Thank
All
God I
right,
looked
Butch, you have
close.
anything else to add from Jersey?
Butch,
Yes,
what do you got?
Are you done?
I'm done. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Love you. Love you.
Now, for the love of God,
Take care,
Hold
short.
on the
Pat
call.
do
Bye,
a
shortcake.
Hold
Here we go again.
all
Watch this.
I know it's gonna happen.
Well, hold all the calls. This is gonna be good.
Pat, action.
Watch this.
Okay, guys,
Yes.
and our viewing audience. Tonight
I redeem
on
myself.
Patty G's G, I didn't know that. We're going to talk about a couple of myths, misconceptions, old wives' tales, things in our lives
30
that we
seconds.
believe are true
Right.
that are not.
Yes.
Say, for instance, Chinese fortune cookies. Despite being associated with Chinese cuisine, they were invented in Japan and introduced in the U.S. by the Japanese. They are extremely rare in China.
Then weren't the Japanese upset they called them Chinese?
I don't know. Okay?
So fortune cookies
I wonder if I.
are in China.
Okay, all right.
I actually just broke a fortune cookie open, and it said, "You're about to hear a crappy segment."
Well, all right.
In bed. In bed.
Let's do a couple more. Let's
You're
see
making
how
a comeback.
crappy it is.
You're coming back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's
One
one
for
in a
three.
row.
Chinese restaurant syndrome is largely a myth. There is no study ever done that shows MSG triggers migraines.
That's BS.
Well, I'm not saying you're going to agree with all
fake
these.
You ever watch the Knicks on MSG? It gives
Okay.
me a headache.
All right. You want another two?
I
more?
actually
Want a
thought
couple
the
more?
women.
Hold
came
on,
up with that
guys.
stat?
Hold on. They're gonna get better.
Go ahead.
Who came up
Okay.
with that stat? Chung Pao?
Now, John,
Pao?
this is World War II. You would probably know this.
Okay.
Carrots improve your vision.
Yes, that's
That
true.
comes from World War II.
Yes.
They can also hurt your vision if you poke them.
That's true.
Okay.
Very true.
I actually shot a rabbit in the head with an arrow. It didn't help him at all the other day.
That's true. The Nazis were very, very admiring of the British pilots. And the British pilots, when they were captured, used to say they ate a lot of carrots that had carry-on in it. And they believed them. Okay?
All right.
All right.
All right. Good.
You know what the carrot doesn't have?
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Doesn't have any R's.
30 seconds.
Okay. 50-50 coin flip. A coin has a slightly higher chance of landing on the side that was facing up before the flip. Did you
Repeat that, please.
In other words, if it's on heads and you're flipping it, it'll probably land on heads again.
More so
it's
than
more than
51% to 49%.
Yes.
Well, he did the test. He did this for 3 days. He split
That's
it.
all I've been doing. That's all I've been down. Lightning strikes twice. The idea that lightning never strikes twice in the same place is one of the oldest known superstitions.
Right.
Okay. For instance, lightning strikes the Empire State Building at least 100 times a year.
We're hoping it strikes right now.
Yeah.
How do you think I feel about having
Let's
to talk
try
to you
this.
idiots?
One more.
Let's
One
try
more.
this.
All right,
One
we're
more.
gonna bring our
Let's
guest
try
on.
this. Do this bit next week and see if it stinks again.
Okay.
Wow, this is a brutal
Game,
room.
set, match,
Okay.
Aliva.
One more.
Hold on. He's looking for a good one.
That's two.
He's
All right.
looking
Okay.
for a
All right.
close.
If you cross your eyes and somebody hits you on the back, do they stay that way? We'll be back after this commercial.
Now, did Paul Bond help you write these
No, I
bits?
did
No, these are
No,
actual.
because
Make
they're
it
not
clear.
that great.
No,
Make
one
it
last
clear.
one.
Paul wrote them.
They can, no, I didn't help
one.
him write this.
No, this is good. This is good.
Okay. Dropped pennies kill. A penny drop from the Empire State Building will not kill a person or crack the sidewalk. It falls at only 30 to 50 miles an hour from any height you drop.
Okay.
From any?
Yes,
Any
it
height.
reaches maximum velocity.
Okay.
What?
And then the wind kind of keeps it. I mean,
Good, because it's not an aerodynamic surface.
all right, good job. Good job, Patty G. G, he didn't know.
I never felt more of a bum's rush on that one, but
No, that was good.
No.
That was good.
Pat,
We
this
should
show
have
is
rushed you
terribly
more.
unorganized. I'm trying to
Patty
keep
G,
it.
what is it
Listen,
called again?
Pat, I
Segment?
appreciate that.
G.
This segment is called G.
penny?
I never
What,
knew
say
that.
that again. No,
Gee, I never knew that.
penny-
Come on.
So if a penny's dropped from the Empire State
It'll land
Building,
on the sidewalk, nobody hurt. The Jews
51
are happy because
51%
now they'll
of the
live
time.
and be able to pick it up. All right.
It'll land on the sidewalk
Heads.
100% of the time.
Right. You heard about the Jewish band called Nickelback. All right, go ahead.
We're going to bring out now, let's show our Life Vac commercial.
What?
Let's show a Life Vac commercial, and then we're going to bring out a Rob Ostrovsky from the Ray Pfeiffer family.
Life Vac is up to 12 saved lives.
Rob,
When someone is choking, brain damage can occur after just 4 minutes. Did you know every 5 days a child dies because of a choking accident?
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. LifeVac is an easy-to-use suction device with a special one-way valve to help save a choking victim.
I care for my dad, who's prone to choking. Having LifeVac in my home gives me peace of mind.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy. Call 1-877-LifeVac or visit lifevac.net.
You know, it's funny.
and we're back.
Oh, wow.
Laughter
Oh,
Saves
hey.
Lives Live.
What the?
Life Vac, our sponsor.
commercial is that?
In fact, you know what?
What?
Don't make sure I don't forget MCN Director over there. Director, that's you, right? MCN
Yes, sir.
Duct Cleaning.
MCN Duct Cleaning. We'll
Let's
do that
not forget
commercial
that.
later.
Oh, I love
We
that.
won't- No, I got it
MCN.
written down right here. Give me the commercial.
I don't have. You said you just had it written down.
No, I have
To do the commercial.
We'll do it in a minute. Let's let Rob talk a little bit. From the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation. The Ray Pfeiffer Foundation, it's a 501c3 charitable organization dedicated to assisting September 11th first responders, firefighters, and police with medical records with medical needs not covered by insurance. The foundation was established in memory of Ray Pfeiffer, and we're going to let Rob talk a little bit about Ray, a New York City firefighter who died on May 28th, 2017 from 9/11 cancer. It says here Ray Pfeiffer never stopped putting the needs of others before his own. We can show that picture of Ray. I did not know Ray well. I met Ray once or twice at one of the benefits that I went to at Mulcahy's. Yeah. I wrote to Ray a few times a few years ago. We wanted to bring him to a show and just give him a night out. I became a fireman. I really didn't dream about becoming a fireman. Excuse me. When I became a New York City fireman, I looked at who the guys I was working with, and I was in awe of some of the guys. And I think we all look at this. They're the heroes. They're the heroes. We never say, "Oh, we were a hero. We were on a job." This guy was a step above pretty much most of the people that I met on the job. And that's not putting other people down at all. This man was suffering from 9/11 related cancer. Most of us probably would want to go to the hospital, go home, rest. You're not feeling well. Go home and cry. Go home, let your family wait on you. This man fought for us. For us, even the ones that are still well, who knows what's going to happen to us in the next few years. He went down on the bus to Washington, D.C. numerous times to different events with his wheelchair out there. So I am still in awe of what this man did, and I'm very honored and proud to have Rob here, who's representing the foundation that was started by Ray. We want to work with them in some way. It would be an honor to work with you guys. Talk a little bit about what kind of relationship did you have with Ray? Did you work with him, or?
So I worked at 35 Truck,
which is located where?
Which is located on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, on Amsterdam and West 66th Street, and Ray was in the engine there. Ray had 15 years more than I did, so I looked at him when I got there as a senior, my senior.
Right, Ray Garvey was there also, right? He was lost on 9/11. Maybe I'm thinking of wrong.
No.
That's not the one in Lincoln Center.
Ray's birthday was yesterday.
I think Garvey was in that house. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I worked with Ray for a few years after 9/11, and then Ray took a position offline and started with the Center for Terrorism, which he helped Chief Pfeiffer develop and get going.
Not related.
Not
right?
related.
I grew up with the Pfeiffers in Middle Village, Queens.
Right. Not related.
Another interesting story where he sent his brother up in the building on 9/11.
Yes.
His brother was lost.
Right.
As a chief, he told his brother to go up with his company.
Right. And Chief Pfeiffer just retired.
Just retired, yes.
But wait, I just want to correct something you said.
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
No, you didn't say something wrong, but I want to make sure that everybody understands what Ray did. When Ray and everybody else, went down, with a bunch of firemen and went down to fight for the Zadroga bill to get reenacted by Congress. That that Zadroga bill, that World Trade Center Health Monitoring Program, doesn't only help first responders. It helps anybody that's sick with a 9/11 related disease.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It's it's not just first responders, not just firemen, just cops. It helps iron workers and just the kids who went to Stuyvesant High School down there that are battling illnesses now. So his reach, or those guys' reach, went far beyond first responders. So anyway, I worked with Ray, and Ray took his offline position, and Ray was one of those guys. You needed something done, you needed help. Whether you were best friends with him or you kind of knew him, he was always there, and he always got it done. So that was his nature.
And we spoke a little bit about that outside, that you and I don't know about Steve, because I don't know if I've ever had this conversation. We didn't dream about being a fireman when we were kids, growing up and all that. But one of the things that I was always so impressed with is, hey, I need some help moving. Yeah. Hey, just have some pizza and beer there, and you'll have a ton of guys there helping you. When I moved into my house in Belmore, I had half the firehouse came and helped me. Right. And there's not many jobs like that.
Right. And Ray, I can just tell my personal story that, Ray left the firehouse. I remained in touch with him, and I saw him, and then, a few years down the line, I needed like an offline position. I was, battling a little illness, and I called Ray, and he's like, he got it done. He got me a spot, and he took care of me, and that's the type of guy Ray was. And,
he's a good guy.
And just what he did, like you said, it's just incredible. What amazes me, the guy's diagnosed with cancer. I would probably crawl up in a ball and sit in that corner and wait to die.
Yep.
Ray didn't do that.
No.
He got out there and he got on.
And it wasn't like he was fighting for himself, really. It wasn't like he was going out there trying to find a cure for himself. He was going out there fighting for others.
Right. And what's interesting, and as you go along, you learn stuff, and it's funny because you put things together and you kind of, you think about things, and Ray was in the halls of Congress in his wheelchair, going from door to door, saying to all these Congress people, pass this bill, pass
chasing
this
them
bill.
down,
chasing them down. I mean, that's not making things up.
Yeah.
Ray, what was the Zadroga Act?
So the Zadroga
that
Act,
Ray was so involved with. What is it?
So basically, what it is that if you was certified that you were down at the site, so whether it be the World Trade Center or the Pentagon or Shanksville, not many people,
or the Staten Island
landfill, all those things, and you were exposed, and there's a process of getting certified that you were down there.
Right.
And you develop an illness that falls on the list of Trade Center illnesses.
Right.
Okay. Then you're treated by this World Trade Center. You're covered by the World Trade Center Health. And from what the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation has taught me is this is how it goes. Think of the Zadroga bill, the World Trade Center Health Program, as Medicare. That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
It's Medicare.
It's a good way of looking at it.
It's Medicare for someone who's sick because of 9/11.
And if you're not in the program at this point, please get in it, right?
You can still get in it.
You can still get in it.
Still get in it.
Now, did the act expire? Is that why they were lobbying to extend
right.
it?
So it expired, and all that health care was gone for everybody.
When did it expire? I mean, from 2001 through.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know those numbers. It expired. They went down. They fought. It came back, and now it's in place for till 2090.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I had experience with it. I had a little cancer here, a little lump. I had surgery at Mount Sinai, and everything was covered. Not out of my medical program, not out of everything was covered. And the World Trade Center, who we did the comedy show for,
You
got
guys
them.
are talking about serious stuff. You had a mole removed.
That's what I'm saying,
talking
Steve.
about that?
I know. I'm sorry, but what I'm saying is that I had a little mole removed. It wasn't much. You're right. You're right. Thanks
But
for
it's
bringing that up.
presumptive
Couldn't have said
illnesses.
that off the camera.
It's the word presumptive illnesses, though.
Yeah,
Seriously,
it's presumptive.
your cancer
Yeah.
that you had is under.
I don't have to prove it was 9/11 related.
No, it's presumptive.
It's presumptive.
Presumptive illness, and that's
Right.
what it was, and that's why you were covered, right?
So example, I'll give you an example. Prostate cancer. You were down at the Trade Center. You're diagnosed with prostate cancer. It's on that list. You're covered. Okay.
Right.
Cervical cancer. Not covered.
Really? Well, okay.
Not covered.
Not covered.
Because they
not
don't trace.
I don't know how it works.
Right.
I'm not that smart.
It's medical stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Stupid fireman.
No,
Well-
it's medical stuff. Yeah,
But
that's.
But it's
yeah.
like either the illness you have, and they're I think they're fighting every day to get.
Yeah.
I think the hot topic now is autoimmune diseases. A lot of guys are coming with autoimmune diseases.
Sure.
Like sarcoidosis is one of them. I know
Right.
a bunch of guys who have
That's a
sarcoidosis.
big one. That's a big one.
What about if your astrological sign is Cancer? Are you covered? Because that's
I think they're fighting. For
that's
that.
mine. Would that be a loophole?
Ray would have
Would
fought
that
for
be a
that.
loophole?
He's about to drop his benefits.
Yeah.
We're paying $800 a month.
What infuriated me during this whole thing is a disgrace that they had to go down there and beg and hunt down these
Yes.
politicians. That all should have been done.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Was
it's a
Jon Stewart
disgrace.
part of that too?
Yes.
Jon
Yes.
Stewart was,
If
right?
anybody gets a chance, really great eulogy. Jon
Yes,
Stewart.
I was there. It was a great eulogy.
Did Ray Pfeiffer's eulogy?
Yes.
Wow.
On YouTube, watch it. It's
No.
very moving.
But it's
unbelievable.
infuriating to me that people had to fight for it.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just automatic. When the
ridiculous.
Capitol gets attacked next time, don't save any of them.
But it's the same thing with the veterans. But they got to fight for theirs too. It's just it's
bullshit.
annoying as hell.
Who
It's
would they?
annoying.
Yeah.
They answer the call.
Sorry.
Now it's time to cover them.
Right.
End of story.
And part of the problem here is I don't want to get too political, but it was when Christy
No,
Todd
it's
Whitman.
bipartisan bullshit. It's
But I'm
both
saying when
parties.
she came out and said,
Who?
Christy Todd Whitman, who was the governor of New Jersey, but at the time
She was the EPA
she was
administrator.
the Department of Environmental,
She was
whatever.
the EPA administrator.
EPA, yeah, and she said the air was fine.
Yeah.
Right.
And like 4 days, something ridiculous.
You know how you know the air's clean next time? You're gonna bring 5 politicians down there with you.
Yeah.
If anything else happens, any kind of hazmat, put 5 of them in a canary cage, and then we'll know the air is safe.
By the way, Christy Todd Whitman is now driving a forklift at Costco.
Is she?
She got hers, baby. Don't worry.
Here's the bottom line: if they answer the call, help when they fall. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
I like that.
Yes.
Who would somebody contact
Paul. Good man.
if they were a responder and maybe they want to know, hey, is my ailment covered? If they don't already know,
If they haven't done it already,
because I'm sure
and there
this.
are some guys, and you know the guys. No, you know what?
Yes.
Let the really sick guys. I only got a little bit of lung. Let the guys that don't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody
Get in the
yes.
program. Get in the program. Even guys with little moles that people look down on. Go.
I mean, I'll give
But
it.
that tag, but you got to get that tag looked at. Though.
I'll give a shout
It's
out
unsightly, John. It's
You're
unsightly.
it. All right.
to John Field. Okay, I know John Field does a lot of stuff
Yes.
with directing people and guiding people to get certified.
And John Field was not a first responder.
No.
Which I didn't know
He was an iron
initially.
worker, right?
Yeah,
He was an iron worker. John's done a whole lot of work.
He's always very active.
Whole lot
to say
of
the
work.
least. To say the
John's
least.
on the side of
He's always-
fighting for I think the next thing is Victims Compensation Fund to get that extended. That's
Mm-hmm.
a whole other story. We won't get into
So
that.
if somebody looked up the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation, there would be information where people could maybe find out
Well,
about.
the Ray Pfeiffer.
Zagrota.
What was that?
Zagrota bill.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Zagrota.
You know,
Yeah.
there may be guys
Well,
who
you
don't
could
know.
just,
you know.
I'm sure you could, and I haven't done it, but you could just type in World Trade Center Health Medical Monitoring Program, and I'm sure we'd have a ton of links there.
And Pfeiffer is spelled P-F-E-I-F-E-R.
Oh, God.
I always
yes.
mess it up.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's-
P-F-E-I-F-E-R.
Hold on one second. Don't go anywhere. I just wanted to say MCN Duct Cleaning, our other sponsor. I don't have the sheet in front of me, but I can tell you, Matt from MCN, great guy. I forgot. We don't need it. We don't need it. He cleans ducts. He does a great job. Wonderful guy. Great service. Beautiful man. If you need your duct clean, call Matt at MCN Duct Cleaning. Call us. We'll get it to you. Great guy. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Now let's get back to.
You know,
That was
when
the
I
strangest
worked
commercial.
light duty before I got out, and I didn't know Ray before. I didn't, I might have seen him around,
Definitely cross paths.
Cross paths, yeah.
Definitely.
But when I would pop over to the building he was working at,
Yeah.
he was always so friendly, and that's just on a personal basis, so so that speaks to the kind of guy he was, because he didn't, he didn't know me so, but always very personal, a cup of coffee, real friendly, and he seemed just like just a good guy,
He was a great guy.
75,000 people, it says here, that it covered, that needed coverage.
Yeah.
75,000 people.
When did he pass?
He passed May 28th,
Last year.
2017. The funeral was right here.
Yeah. And we had the plaque dedication to the firehouse, whatever it was, a few months ago or so, and that was a huge turnout. But I just want to talk about what the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation does.
Go.
Okay. So, that when I related to the Zadroga bill to Medicare, okay, anybody who's ever dealt with Medicare knows that it doesn't cover everything.
Right.
Okay. So what the foundation was established that we're going to help first responders that are sick with a 9/11 related illness, and we're going to cover things, or we're going to pick up the difference. Okay. So there's a ton of guys that are sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Yep.
Since I started working with this and doing this,
And people don't realize
it. It's just,
people don't realize how many guys are sick.
Just I'm not in the firehouse. I'm not active anymore. I'm a light duty position. My light duty position requires me to be down at headquarters. My office, and I think Ray has a hand in this. He's controlling me. My office is right next to the oncology office that takes care of all the firefighters who are sick with a cancer. I became very, very friendly with that office.
That's at Metrotech?
That's a Metrotech.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
That's the World Trade Center program?
Yep. So it's
What's her name? What's a
So-
few of the people name down there?
So Dominique.
Dominique, she's the one that I worked with
Yes,
at the comedy
right,
show.
exactly.
What
So-
a sweetheart.
Yes.
Doesn't want any credit.
No.
But is doing some good work.
Yeah. Yeah. Those girls in that office have their hands full. I mean, there's probably a couple of thousand firemen that are sick with some kind of cancer right now. A couple of thousand firemen.
And on that note, making fun of my little cancer over here. All right. Every year, I get a phone.
I didn't make fun of
Wait a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Every year, I get a
Shit
phone
got
call.
real.
Yeah.
I get a
I
phone
didn't
call
make
from
fun
them.
of it. I'm making fun
Hey
of
John,
that.
have you been to the doctor?
Oh, yeah.
Did you follow up?
Yeah.
And that's me with this little thing.
Yeah.
So they're doing a wonderful job on staying on top of
Yes.
this and making sure the guys are getting the treatment they need.
Right. So what's happening is I'm going in that office, on a weekly basis. They're feeding me guys that need assistance. So like Mr. Vigiano, who just passed away.
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Vigiano lost his both sons on 9/11. One was a cop, one was a fireman. He was a retired fireman. He was not active on 9/11, but he went down to the pile. He got certified, even though he wasn't active, because
Right.
he was there during that time period. And he came down with a cancer eventually. So I'll just tell you how we helped him. So they wanted round-the-clock care, nurse care for him at home towards the end. That's not covered by anybody. A home health aide would be covered for a few hours, but not a nurse.
Right.
Okay. They wanted, since Mrs. Vigiano was older, she cannot take care of him.
Right.
So they reached out to the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation. Ultimately, Mr. Vigiano did not last long. So I think the final nursing bill was like $6,000. The Ray Pfeiffer Foundation stepped in and gave Mrs. Vigiano $5,000. So those are the things that we do. We buy motorized wheelchairs that are not covered. We do cover a lot of home health aid stuff because the Zadroga bill does not cover a lot of that.
Right.
So these guys are home, and unfortunately, my friend Keith Young, he passed away. Okay, he passed away this past St. Patrick's Day. He passed away at home. He needed, he needed an aid, and he needed more hours in the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation. So we do a lot of good stuff. We're learning. We're small. Every day we get a new request for
us
something
too.
else.
Take volunteers.
Us too.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
We're small also, and I'm proud to say that we helped a little bit with you
did.
guys,
Thank you
correct?
very much. Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah. Thank
and
you.
we intend on doing more, and we want to do the comedy night.
As long as you get Jerry Seinfeld back for another show, that would be perfect.
Yeah, that's so funny. I don't know if you know the back. Did I tell you the backstory?
No.
Never heard
I tell the backstory that night.
Let's tell everybody what.
John is still pissed about that, and I was pissed about it too. But we did the show in the city, and Pat Marone's on stage,
Oh, yeah,
and
and
Peaches
Seinfeld
Rodriguez is
shows
ready to
up
go up,
with,
and Jerry Seinfeld's on the way down.
Yeah.
We're gonna light Peaches on the stage. She's ready to do 20. They're gonna light her in 5 minutes.
Right.
So whatever.
And she's looking forward to the show for months.
Yes, and taping. We're doing the whole bit. So I was pissed. I didn't want him the whole bit, but my audience loved it. Nobody knew.
You didn't want Jerry?
I did not, because Paul. Let's say Paul
Part of
Barnes
your
on the
show.
show.
Yeah, that's
Paul,
true.
you're going to do 25. You only could do 10. Jerry's coming down.
Jerry's
I know you're
coming down.
taping, Paul.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Paul's a friend of mine. You've helped me before. I want Paul up. I don't want Jerry Seinfeld.
You're a good
Oh,
guy.
no, I mean that.
You are.
I mean that.
And you should.
Tom DeDario was on the show, right? Okay.
Teddy Smith.
Teddy Smith.
But the full backstory was
Don't give the whole backstory.
Just a quick, I had said, because I hate when the city comics come, they don't even know what Let the Saves Lives does, and they come and they're like, oh, I watch daytime, I make daytime. No, do you put us on your shows?
Do they really
Stay out of this.
Anywho,
Right.
And then
what was
this
funny-
happened.
What was funny is after the show, a few of the people in the audience came up to me and they go, oh man, and the show would have been great
How'd you
without
get
Jerry.
Seinfeld?
How did you get Seinfeld? And I sit back and I go, you know what? I go, I'm looking at the show and I'm thinking we could use a little extra.
Oh.
So I give Jerry a call. I go, Jerry, what are you doing? He goes, I'm eating a little ice cream on the couch.
I'm
Could
eating
you do
ice
me a
cream on the
favor?
couch.
Could you come on down? Sure, John. And they're looking at me
John.
going,
Is it
really?
bad?
I go, no.
Not even close.
No.
Had I been there, and that was my wedding anniversary, so I wasn't there,
Right.
he wouldn't have gone on.
Yeah. And he
tell you
brought
that
George
right now.
Wallace. So it was.
Wait a minute.
I
that
worked
was
with
fine.
George.
John Santos
That
says
was a
city
good-
comics
without those
can't
two
work
guys,
there.
It would have been a good
It
show.
would have been a great show.
And
Those
on that
guys-
note,
everybody was great.
On that note,
Everyone was great.
we will give you the same type of show. See, I take pride in the
Don't
fact.
promise anything.
No, we're not.
I'll be there to make sure nobody that's not on the
we're not
flyer
gonna have
gets
Steve, We're not going to have Steve on it.
I belong
Listen,
on a
I've
lighter
known
note.
Steve a long time.
On a lighter
right.
note.
And
He's funny.
He was funny back then.
He's funny.
When
Come
he
on.
wasn't getting in trouble. When he wasn't
When
getting
I
in
wasn't
trouble.
getting jammed up.
But what I'm saying is that
I've been
it would be
endorsed,
an
John.
honor-
I've been endorsed.
It would be an honor to do a show with you guys, and we will put on a slamming show
But I
because
told you, Ray Pfeiffer Foundation is on vacation for the summer.
I know. Just
Ray
saying.
Pfeiffer. On a
just
lighter,
saying.
I belong to the Michelle Pfeiffer Foundation.
Michelle
It's
Pfeiffer.
for heart-shaped asses, and I'm only in 9.5 weeks so far. But it turns out, see, that's what it feels like. Now I know when
Listen,
you bomb how that
that's-
feels like.
No, wait a minute, Paul. That's how you get, like the mole you got
Throw
removed.
it off to you.
Like the
In
mole.
fact, you can even slide out of the picture with
Like,
me.
I'm
Here we
just
go.
going to yell it.
Get back in here.
Like that joke, like the mole he got removed, that's how you get a scar face, all right? Because that's how you listen.
There you go. I knew there was a
On a
mole
note,
in here.
on a note with Rob and how wonderful Ray Pfeiffer was.
Yes.
Yesterday was the golf outing for Vinny Ungaro, Captain Vinny Ungaro. Did you know Vinny? I worked with him. He was in 288. Good man, good fireman, well respected. And I think they want to also purchase a fan, just like the Ray Pfeiffer. That's why they ran it. We want to do a blood platelet drive, and this goes back to what you were talking about, Ray, while he was so sick. And I think I brought this up last week. I don't want to say on his deathbed, when he was very sick at Sloan, I went to visit him. And he said, Johnny, he goes, we got to do more for blood platelets. We got to do more, Vinny and me. And I'm like, Vinny, I'll take care of it. And I haven't done anything yet. What we want to do is a blood platelet drive in Vinny's name where two comics donate blood at the same time,
And we
kind of
tape it.
entertain them, and then free comedy tickets for the comic strip afterwards, maybe some pizza. So we're working on that. I'm talking to his daughter. They were busy for the golf outing.
That's a phenomenal idea. I love that idea.
But again, getting back to these guys, these heroes, not only running into fires, but even when they're this sick, they're still giving, and it's an honor to say I worked with that guy.
Yeah. We should when we do this, we should say something about we have to do more. We should use that quote that he said.
We have to do more.
We have to do more, because if he could be that involved when he's that sick, then people that are healthy should absolutely be involved.
Right.
So we got to figure out a way to make that a prominent part of it.
All right. How did the golf outing go?
Oof. Very good.
It's so much work. I don't want to. I wanted to do a mini golf outing.
Just let me tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Golf outing. So after 9/11, the UFA decided they were going to, our union, the fire departments, the firefighters union, wanted to do a golf outing. And Ray got involved with that golf outing for 5 years. And one of the board members also got involved, Lori Berlin. And along with other people, they ran this golf outing. And it was $1,000 a golfer back then.
Wow.
Back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have had a stroke. All right, I'll pull a mulligan on that joke.
Anyway, in the 5 years that golf outing went down, they raised over $500,000.
Oh!
Wow.
$500,000 for the UFA Scholarship Fund.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, obviously, the Ray Pfeiffer Foundation forms. Ray passes away. The Ray Pfeiffer Foundation forms. We decide we have to have an inaugural event. Lori says, let's do this golf outing again. And she proposes it to the board, $1,000 a golf. We're like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind. It's 17 years later. Nobody's going to pay $1,000.
Right.
We entertain her and we go with it. And we get, can I say shit?
Yeah.
Sure. We say shit. We get shit from everybody.
Right.
Because, nobody wants to pay $1,000.
Right.
Firemen, but, our mentality is this is not a fireman's golf outing.
Right.
This is a high-end golf outing to help the guys that are sick.
Right.
And it was a tremendous amount of work.
Were most of the golfers non-firemen?
Well, what happened was we
for $1,000,
Well, what happened
it is
was
what it is.
This time Lori kind of reinvented it, and she found these sponsors.
Yes.
That donated a ton of money
for him to golf.
Exactly.
For the firemen to golf.
Correct. So we reached out to a lot of, and this is what we did. We reached out to a lot of firemen whose father or somebody was affected by 9/11, whether they died that day, whether they died from an illness that day. So it was kind of a nice thing that we brought those guys in. So we did have firemen that paid, we had firemen that was sponsored, we had lawyers, we had doctors, we had celebrities.
Celebrities, what?
We need some of that for our
See, when it's an internal, so to speak, when it's just firemen, that's tough for us to afford $1,000,
Yes.
However, there are people that empathize and sympathize and want to be involved that are in a different income bracket, like your celebrities and your lawyer, and they like to help.
Listen,
they like to help.
You think small, you get small. You think big, you get big.
See, I think small.
The bottom line is, John, we did it again. Over $100,000 raised that day in our pocket.
Amazing. So. See, we need. Well, I need to think bigger with the Gala, but
the Gala tickets are $500.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
And it's a 5-person bring a Gala.
And you get a free Coca-Cola with it.
Right. And the ads for the $1,000 an ad, and every comic is
$20 a word for the comics.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing.
500.
And that money is going to what? The Ray Pfeiffer Foundation.
Right, it's all going to Ray Pfeiffer Foundation. With a guy needs help, a woman needs help, we're helping them. That's the bottom line.
Beautiful.
And we're not taking, the 7 board members right now, we're looking to expand a little bit, but we're not taking a dime. None of us are taking a dime.
Beautiful.
Nothing. Everything
when you're ready for volunteers, let us know, man.
Well, we might be putting together.
You're volunteering for Laughter Saves Lives also, right?
That's why I'm here. I ain't getting paid for this. By the way, all kidding aside, John's got terrible hammer toes. Is that covered? Because we need to.
Hammer toes.
What does a hammer toe look like?
Dun, 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 dun,
I can help with the
can't touch
collections
this.
if
I got hammer
anybody
toes.
doesn't pay.
Oh. Right.
Rob, do you do a lot of good work with this, and you've been through a lot. Do you want to sit through Steve's segment?
Sure.
Yes.
Steve, you have a segment you prepared tonight.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. And the other night it was a home run. I have to say.
Tough to fill those
The
shoes.
other night it was like this, and then boom, boom, boom.
I'm going to let Paul introduce me. How's that sound?
That would be wonderful. And he's wonderful at introducing.
He is wonderful.
We have a great segment coming up. The beautiful and wonderful fireman Steve Oliva is here to do his segment called Believe It or Not. Is that wild?
That's wild, and half our audience doesn't know who the hell that is.
Folks,
it was about Tony Soprano.
I love Johnny.
Folks, the great Paul Bond just imitated a legend.
That's right.
And I'm not talking about Pat Marone, baby. The great Johnny Carson. All right, folks, you ready?
Oh, we're
Just
ready.
so you know, in Ohio, like Florida, a lot of strange things happen. Ohio apparently has some strange things happening. A gentleman was on trial, and he was misbehaving. He would not be quiet during the court proceedings. He was about to get sentenced. The judge could not put up with it anymore. Ordered the bailiffs for the court officers to tape his mouth shut.
Whoa.
So
something we should have did to Pat in the beginning of the show.
Listen, that technique is going to be
That
used
bomb.
very soon. No, I agree with you, John. I agree with you.
Huh?
Now, here's the issue with this. He got his mouth taped shut, okay?
Yeah.
You go to yourself, we say to ourselves, hey, he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have been talking to that judge. He got his mouth taped shut. The ACLU came in and said his dignity was suffered because of it. He was humiliated. Now, what is the issue here? The issue is he deserved to get his mouth taped shut, or is the issue is he got humiliated?
I think the issue is there's no punchline there.
The punchline is he got 24 years, so does it really matter? I don't think so. The bottom line is, folks, the
bottom line is, if they put the tape all over his face, that would be masking tape. But they only put it on his mouth.
Okay,
and he didn't move, so it was duct tape.
What was the bottom line?
The bottom line of that is the bottom line of that is.
And you make fun of my segments.
The bottom line is.
You're looking good.
All right, if viewers out there, if you call me at 3 in the afternoon and you say, Steve, you're gonna do that, tape my mouth shut again. Don't let me do this bit. That being said, dog lovers, okay, dog lovers, a man let a dog lick his face. Not uncommon. Okay, not uncommon. It was his dog. Turned out he got a terrible infection from this dog. He had all his limbs removed and part of his nose. Should he have taped the dog's mouth shut?
The guy?
The guy or the dog?
The man.
The man.
The man had his limbs.
His own limbs.
His arms
From a
and legs
dog?
Removed
from a dog lick.
That's rough.
So that calls back. It is rough. Which leads us to my next.
No, you didn't.
My final
I did.
question.
I went there.
Yes.
What?
Make it your
Should they have taped the dog's mouth shut so he couldn't have licked them?
You know what? You said that once, and I think they heard you the first
I thought
time.
you didn't hear me.
No, I heard you.
That's why I thought it bombed.
Can I do my segment
I got
now?
a few more.
And that leads me with my last
he's got more.
bit.
Oh, you got another one?
Yes, in Cook County in Chicago.
I got one.
Please, God, let this save this segment.
plane crash thing is
Please.
much better.
Please,
The
Lord.
plane crash is
Please,
better.
Lord.
Plane
My
crash is
fireman
better.
friend from
Then this is
35
it.
truck is watching me
Go.
sink to the depths. I'm sinking like Niagara Falls, like John's shirt. All right, 6 million people cannot vote in the country because of felony convictions.
Good.
Right? 4 of them are in this room, okay?
We're not going to make points.
They shouldn't be voting.
In
They're
Chicago.
losers.
Thank you, President.
Total losers.
I'm not going to point,
But
but it's
Mr.
not
President,
They should be voting. They'll vote for probably for
Mr.
Crooked Hillary.
President, Mr. President, these are people. They have rights.
These are horrible people that don't have rights.
They made eyes at Melania.
But they serve their time. Like, isn't Mueller going to serve time?
And they can get out, but not vote. Okay. They can get out of jail,
Right.
but not vote.
Okay, what about in Cook County? These people
Especially in Cook County in Chicago.
well, wait a minute. The
These are
demographic-
horrible people.
Cook County is a very ethnically
Well, that's true. I'm from Cook County.
populated area. So you're not saying that. Now, may I ask you, these in Cook County Jail, these people are being registered to vote. They have not been convicted yet. What do you say about
Well,
that?
they shouldn't. They're between Barack and a hard place.
Now, you know who can't vote? The man whose limbs got taken off because he won't be able to pull that lever. And that's it, folks. That's going to be it for me.
Can I-
Believe it or not.
Can I do my plane crash segment now, which is much more
Can I just
uplifting?
I want to throw one thing at you quick.
Of
Police
course.
said an Arkansas man accused of trying to steal his commercial jet told investigators he thought piloting the plane would involve a little more than pushing a few buttons and pulling levers.
That's what my proctologist
He
told
tried
me.
to steal the plane to go to a concert.
Really?
Well, if it was air supply, I understand.
How hard is it to fly a plane?
It's pretty hard if you have never flown a plane before.
Never flew a plane
I mean,
before.
it took me
I actually
60
heard of
hours
Jefferson
before I
airplane
could
he was
solo.
going to see.
Yeah, and that's a Cessna. This was a jet?
Yep.
I couldn't even fly. I have experience in fixed-wing aircraft. I couldn't fly a jet.
One more. Did you see
I
the
mean,
new
I've
bridge?
flown them in simulators, but I wouldn't be comfortable flying
Did
one.
you see the new bridge in Vietnam?
Yeah, the hand bridge.
Did you see the hand bridge?
I did, yes.
If you build a bridge,
Can you put my
what would you think would be
All right, I'll
interesting
do
to
it
hold
too.
that bridge up here in New York?
I would say 100 illegal immigrants.
All right, I'm going to do my plane crash thing
Go,
real
do your
quick.
plane crash. End
So,
with a plane crash.
A plane crashed in Mexico, and today is the anniversary of a Delta plane that crashed Dallas-Fort Worth 1985. They think what caused it was a microburst. Bobby, and here's the picture. So you can see the plane approaching the airfield, and you see the wind coming out of the microburst. So the wind is coming at the plane. So now the pilot thinks that the airplane has a lot of airspeed. So because the wind is coming right at the aircraft.
Right.
So then you're going to get into that. See that downdraft in the middle. So you're flying through this. Now all of a sudden you don't have the airspeed anymore. So now the plane is slowing down. And losing lift and getting pushed down. So you're losing lift and getting pushed down.
And I'm flying Monday.
And then you come out of it, and now you have a tailwind, which is the worst because it's not going over the flight controls. So they think this is what happened. They since the 80s, they've had much better detection. So I'm really curious to see. Thank God everybody lived in the Mexican crash.
I'd like to end with a laugh.
Actually, the same
this is it. They found a Malaysian airplane a couple of years ago, and because it crashed, they can't drive anything. They can't drive anything, which leads you to believe there was never a kamikaze pilot. They just had a shitty Air Force.
Paul, it's very possible. Didn't you want to mention about a seminar you do to everybody?
Seminar.
Plug the seminar.
Seminar, and the date is hold on, I just told you and I turned my phone off.
Come to my seminar.
23rd, August 23rd.
August 23rd, he does his seminar.
You get 20 minutes of intensive concentration of your comedy, 20 minutes. We have Pat, and we have a lot of comics that come.
Hopefully Oliva's going to be there.
And if you want to,
will there be duct tape?
Go to my Facebook page, Paul Bond TV, and apply. That's
Guys,
it.
thank you very
Pat.
much. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Don't let your dogs lick you.
We're going to Massapequa Diner. Good night, everybody.
Don't let the felons vote.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer that circle the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over.